I've tried.
You turn it off.
That's the
I think I'm gonna get off.
Yeah, turn yours off, and I think you can hear it right now, Teddy, correct?
Yeah, check that. Oops, sorry. What a bummer. Should we start over again?
No, I think we got it, because I don't want to break the...
That's terrible.
It's annoying, for sure.
So sorry, everybody.
Oh, we got lots of comments. That's fun.
You can still hear.
I tried YouTube and Facebook on my phone and computer. I heard you for a moment. I hear you now.
Woo! Okay.
Karen, Kent, Rocket. Thank you so much.
Oh my God!
Insanity.
Yikes!
This is exactly like a birthday party.
Oh my
It's
God!
not a birthday party until... Great.
So everything goes sideways. Well, we checked in with our financial update to goal. Stevie's crushing it. We are all working our way here. If you would like today's recipes, which we are doing birthday tostadas, we're kind of catching up here. If you would like today's recipes, please head over to www.dfam.life and you will get our recipes. Take over.
No one heard anything.
No one heard
So let me just I'm going to go back and tell a lot of things. The reason that we're doing tostadas is Margot Dieger, her family, that was their traditional birthday dinner for everyone. So that's why we're making tostadas. They look like taco salad, but they're a little bit different. So we're going to make those. It was, I have to go back and think of everything we said. So it's Grandma Marguerite's birthday this week. It's Teddy's 20th birthday this week. And our silly dog Chester turned 11. So otherwise, if it's your birthday this week, happy birthday. This would be a fun thing for you to make. I am going to make the tostadas. I'm going to make a cocktail. It's kind of like a margarita. I'm going to show you how I make my homemade guacamole and a quick salsa. So far, I've browned the meat, and that's what I was explaining when we found out we couldn't hear us. So I've already browned the meat, and I've cut like tomatoes and cut onions, and I've done all that stuff because that's not helpful. But when I brown the meat, I don't use a flavor pack for taco seasoning. Because I just think they're way too salty.
And you never know what's in them.
And there's there's some other things in it. But I made this for my mom, and she was like, I like Ortega, just because she likes that really salty. So I put a teaspoon, for 2 pounds of ground turkey, I put a teaspoon or less of cayenne pepper, and that's up to you, just depending on the heat you want.
Oh no, now we're getting a double track.
No, you're not.
Still getting a double track of what you're saying.
I just checked.
No?
Are you on?
Should I just get off?
Just turn it off, because you don't need, we can get everything we need off of the main one here.
Well, I'm so worried that I'm the producer.
You can't hear, you're not getting, it sounds fine.
I'll read the captions and turn the sound off.
All right, so sorry everyone.
I don't want to do the whole thing if it's not good audio. It's okay? Yeah. Okay.
So the spices that go in the meat are 2 tablespoons, and that seems like a lot, but trust me, it's fine. 2 tablespoons of cumin, 2 tablespoons of paprika, 2 tablespoons of chili powder, and salt to taste, whatever you want to add salt-wise. And I brown it all up, put the spices in, and then I put about a half a cup of water and just let everything bubble, just like you would when you do make a Ortega pat. That's all done. So really, when we do the tostada, we set up like a bar so everyone can make their own. So I'll do that right now, and then I'll make one up just so you can see how pretty it looks when we do make one. But what do you want me to make first?
Guacamole, definitely first.
All right.
Because it's not like we're not gonna eat it.
Yeah. All right.
Guacamole's always first. And hopefully you had a chance to see Chester. He does not seem that excited about tonight's broadcast. He does need a DFAM shirt though. Our dogs need a t-shirt.
Nah.
No, I think they do.
They should shave a spot on their side and tattoo DFAM.
There you go.
No,
All right. So you can see
Yes, we will.
we will not be doing that.
you can see
We're
I
gonna get all
chopped
kinds of
everything.
comments about hurting
Animal
our cat.
activism.
Oh, this I was not prepared for because this is a bonus, so I will take this off.
So this is guac, and I have found that like a 2 avocado guac is about right for our family. So what I do is I cut both, and I don't know if you guys saw me do that little maneuver. I'll do it again, so it's fun.
Can
And
we
you know
tell
how you-
everybody how not
You
to
know how
open?
you can tell a good avocado? Because sometimes they're soft, but you're worried they're going to be like black on the inside. The stem, you roll the stem off in the store, and if the stem is green right there, it's a good avocado. And it still kind of has to be
What color
soft.
What color
That's what I was
would
thinking.
If it's black on the inside. Okay, so then I cut all the way around lengthwise.
You have to be so careful.
I just
doing
roll the
this.
knife, right? And then you rotate the halves like this, and they come apart. And there's always going to be a seed in one half.
stab it straight down?
No, you don't. People will do that. So I hit down straight on the pit,
Get your fingers out of the
and then
way.
you turn it, and it comes out.
Perfect.
Perfect.
I do it on the counter because I don't want
You do it on the counter? That's fine. That's good.
Yeah, that's probably a safer way to do it.
So then I take a big spoon and I like crisscross chop in the avocado, and that's just to really get like chunky pieces that I can pull out and use. Okay, I'll do that fast.
Thank you to all the live viewers that helped us correct our sound. Karen is in Southern California. Ritu is in Louisville, Kentucky. And if you are watching live right now, let us know where you are tuning in from. I'd love to know.
Stevie, will you get me the salt over there? So 2 avocados, and then I put about, I don't know, like a half a cup of cut tomatoes.
Do you want to save these?
1. I want to save 1. I put like,
That's a lot of tomatoes.
I put a lot of tomatoes in it. Put that, I put probably a 1/4 cup of cut onions in it, and you can see it's really technical. I put an entire fresh jalapeno in it, seeds and all.
Make it spicy.
And strangely, it's not super spicy. The next day, it's a little spicier. You're gonna grow it?
Now it's paper towel. Okay, I grew up in California in the 70s. We always had little
Some
avocado.
avocado with toothpicks and like a jar of water.
It was always in a juice cup, like one of those
Yeah, they're amazing.
We don't have any.
toothpicks in the side, avocado in the pit in the middle, water in the bottom. We always grew those in California.
Okay, jalapenos are small enough. Here, will you wash that off with the rag? And then I put the juice of an entire
Hey, do you want
lime.
anything on here? Do you want it plain?
Stevie, we got me one of this size bowl.
Steve makes the best one.
Yes, chef. Yes, sir.
So I don't think you guys heard, Stevie took us on a run today. Steve and I have been avid runners for a good chunk of our life, with the exception of the last couple of years. So,
Mine.
oops,
Want me to do it?
what do I know? So anyway, we went for our first run in a very long time today, and it was humbling, to say the least, but it felt good to be outside. It's a gorgeous day here in Grand Rapids, 88 degrees, sun is shining, and there's actually a Fun Air Art Festival going on downtown, so there are artists painting landscapes all over the city. That was really cool.
Okay, so another trick that I do, have you ever seen one of these things? It's a 2-bladed, it's like an herb cutter. You could find them in I guess they would be a specialty store. I use it almost every week to make my guacamole. And the reason is we can't always, in Michigan, we don't always find perfectly fresh avocados. So I end up like chopping it up a lot. And I also use kind of more than normal lime juice. And that makes it so you can, you could really get it guacier, I guess. So I do that.
Guacier.
Yep.
So it's,
Mushier.
oh, he doesn't like
That's what he
chunky.
meant.
You don't like chunky guac?
No, I love chunky guac.
Why does he make the decision on chunky guac?
I
Look
did.
at it.
So good.
I make the guac, yo.
You want like store bought, like paste?
Those kids stay out here, Stevie, because we're gonna
So
just
you
set up
guys
all the
can
food.
decide, are you team chunky guac or are you team smooth guac? And the other thing you need to decide, very important with the tostada episode, is if you're
Oh.
team chips on the bottom
On
or
top.
team fresh chips
Right,
on
Grandma was chips on the bottom.
let us know in the comments what team you're on.
So Margot gave me the pit. I don't know if it's a like urban myth or what,
It is
but we
not.
feel like the pit kind of helps your guac not turn black. But also the fact that I put an entire lemon or lime worth of lime juice in it, that helps it not change. Here, go show that to the camera.
So shop.
We don't have our,
I think it helps.
This can come out.
today we don't have our food cam.
I don't know.
It's real good.
Should I make my cocktail now?
I should make the cocktail.
Who wants a cocktail?
First things first, guacamole and cocktail.
Who wants one?
So this is a bonus. I definitely do.
You want a cocktail, Stevie?
Let's see.
Yeah. All right.
How many calories in a bottle of wine?
A bottle of wine?
I bet the glass of wine's like a 70 or something.
How do you want one?
No, okay.
Okay.
I'm only 20 or what?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
I don't know what you guys heard and what you didn't hear, but I come from a family of 6 kids. So I grew up with 5 brothers and sisters. And what I found out when I was writing this email and we were coming up with this episode, which I could not believe that we didn't share this recipe yet because it's such a standard recipe for birthdays, is that when I told my mom what we were making for Meal Prep Sundays this week, because it was her birthday and Teddy's birthday, she said, tostadas, my favorite. And I thought, that's her favorite meal, right? And she had a lot of kids, and that's what she decided to make for birthdays. She was getting her favorite meal many times during the year.
Okay.
So brilliant move, Mom.
Here is my cocktail. I don't even know what size glass you're going to use, but you're going to put 2 ounces of tequila in the glass, and that's really the only thing you measure. Everything else is to taste.
A wise old man told us that.
A wise man said, measure your alcohol.
Oh, we have a team chunky rock.
So then, lemon juice, or lime juice, sorry. And you can squeeze the lime juice, but I use Deli and Joe's, famous Key West. It's really good. It's really, really good. So that is going to be about, I think that's about 2 ounces too of lime juice. And that sounds like a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to put probably a half an ounce of, this is simple syrup. This is not vinegar. It's just simple syrup that we make here, and I make it with turbinado sugar, so it has a little brown tint to it.
So, I don't know if you guys can see from that far away, but Steve is using our isogenic shot glass.
And then just top off the whole drink with, we use, it's ginger lemon kombucha. So this is the ginger lemon kombucha Rita. That's what this is.
Perfect.
And it's very good.
We have a quick question while Steve is mixing those up. Karen Kent is asking what our chip brand is, and we actually have different teams for our chip brand. This one is Steve's favorite, Milagro.
Mhm.
Is that right? Did I say that right?
Milagro.
Milagro.
Oh, Milagro, right. There you go, sure.
So I believe this is a national brand. And this is actually a Grand Rapids brand, so I'm not sure if this is available everywhere. We kind of sort of know the owners of this company. Kaylana, my previous executive assistant, her friend started this company who was gluten-free. He was gluten-free. He wanted to come up with a chip company, so I thought that was cool. La Fiesta. I really like these because of how crispy they are.
Didn't I just grab
They sometimes break when you're picking up the guac, but because I like the chip so much, I'll deal with the having to be a little extra careful in the scoop. But these are our favorite, La Fiesta and El Milagro.
All right, you guys want to see my little fresh salsa hat?
It's very hard.
Pace salsa. Start with pace.
Sorry.
All right.
Oh my gosh, tell them when we started eating face salsa.
I know. I love pace salsa. So then put some freshly cut cilantro in it, as much as you want, and you put
Oh, fun. Which one's mine?
a half of lime juice in there, and then you mix it up. And everyone at your party says, "Oh my gosh, your salsa is so good.
So good.
Tell me the recipe." And you just say, "Oh, it's just paste," and they don't believe you, and you're not lying. And it's so good. There, your homemade salsa.
No.
It's just jazzed up paste salsa. And trust me, even Martha Stewart jazzes things up.
She does. So we started eating paste salsa in college, and we would go to Gordon's Food Service and buy chips
Like a massive thing.
in like, how big was that chip thing?
It was a box
5
this big, and it had like 4 smaller bags in it, because it was Gordon Food Service.
I don't know why we felt the need to.
And then paste salsa in a gallon jar, and we would eat that. Oh, it was so
I mean,
good.
for the two of us. For the
You
two
have
of
to-
us in college, I don't know
You have to
why.
talk about that.
I have no idea why we shopped there. What's your favorite chip brand?
Tortilla.
Tortilla chips.
Tostadas.
Tostadas.
No, your favorite chip brand.
Tostadas.
Oh,
Is that what
Those
they're-
are called
they not called
tostadas?
tostadas?
They're called Tostadas.
They're
They're
up
my
there.
favorite too.
Basic.
That's what they're called.
You get me one of these huge ones.
Okay, so one of the key ingredients of tostadas is the blue cheese dressing on top.
This is the
There are
Diego
dairy-free
tostada.
versions. Actually, Whole Foods has a great dairy-free blue cheese dressing. My mom always used Bob's Big Boy blue cheese, and they sold it at Vons. She would buy it at Vons, and it's still there. So when I lived in California, I could not believe when I found it.
Margot used to say, "Oh, we use Bob's Big Boy," and I was like, "What is Bob's Big Boy?" And for everyone that is, I think, west of the Mississippi, Big Boy is a franchise, and companies, you know, in where I grew up, it was Elias Brothers. It's the Elias Brothers Big Boy company. It's the,
That's right.
you know, the weird kid with the checkered overalls and the
Weird.
Ronald Reagan swoop hair. That's Big Boy. So in California, it wasn't Elias Brothers, it was Bob's Big Boy. There you go.
There you go.
History of like way more than you wanted to know
So
about Big
the
Boy.
bottle still looks exactly the same. The recipe is still exactly the same, and we would use it for dip for veggies as well. So we don't have Bob's Big Boy dressing here, and Steve found this. It's Ken's Steakhouse. You want to pull that closer? There you go. Ken's. It's like not focusing in. There you go. All right. Ken's Steakhouse blue cheese, or you can use a dairy-free alternative. There's some really good ones these days.
Yeah, we're not really helping much. Me and Teddy just eating all food. I just want to
That's
give us
okay.
something to do.
It's Teddy's birthday, so she shouldn't have to be bothered.
Exactly.
And you're here for moral support.
2 days.
All right. Oh, me.
You made a bougie.
I have ginger at my place.
There's that. That's how we do.
So
Birthday tostada.
why don't you talk about your financial goal to date and what you're doing with it?
My financial goal to date is to save a certain amount of money
By a certain date.
by a certain date to put money down for a condo. 'Cause I don't like giving away half my paycheck
For renting.
for nothing. Yeah, and sometimes you gotta take money out to pay rent because you decided to spend too much money that week.
You didn't tell us that.
We did not get that memo.
Yeah.
They don't need to know. That's why I moved out.
And one of the reasons why Stevie's been so successful with savings is that he's just automated it. It's automatically.
I'm a successful saver, is what I go by.
You are.
All you
So
kids
talk
are.
about like looking at a couple places. What have you been looking at?
I'm trying to live in Union Station, which is the building with the pool and the hot tub on top.
We like that.
I'd also like to live on the west side of the building so I can watch the sun set.
Oh, they're so pretty. Those sunsets.
Because the other side of the building, well, I mean, I don't know. I'm really picky in general. There's been nice condos, but it's just like, oh, the location's not walking distance of the downtown, or the windows are too small. I have
Ceilings are too high.
I have a lot of house plants, so
A lot.
not that many. I have several house plants
They're cool though.
that I need to take care of, and it needs to have a nice south-facing window or a west.
They're your babies.
My babies.
I watch them grow constantly.
Brings us joy.
That's good. Look
So-
at this.
Does this look like a Jaeger family?
That looks like a good
Tostada bar?
Yes, it does. I love it. That is so good. Let us know if you guys have any questions. Otherwise, do you want to talk about Chester's birthday extravaganza?
Like what I did wrong.
Disaster. Yeah.
So, my children tell me I'm a little weird about my dogs, in that they feel I love the dogs more than the children. And I said, no, I love you all the same.
However,
So I bought we have the cutest little dog store across the street from us. So I bought a little birthday cake for Chester, and we have it on our calendar, so it like pops up, so we know when his birthday is. I bought a little cake. I bought a little, like a bone for him, and then a little, like a birthday bandana, just silly stuff. But what I did was, in the rush of craziness of being at Grandma Mar's house, Margot's mom,
we went this weekend.
I just was like, we were cooking and we were like getting food for people, and then I was like, all right, we're gonna celebrate Chester. I took the cake out and I put a candle on it and put it on a dish, and then put it on the table and set him at a chair at the table. What I found out later was Grandma Mar cannot stand when animals eat off of people plates. And she is an absolute saint. She didn't say a word. I guess you heard a text from
She
your
didn't-
sister, and I got a message
She
on Instagram from Janet.
She didn't notice. She didn't even notice.
She didn't notice, but I
I
found
didn't
out
notice.
later that I broke like 10 family rules as far as dogs go. So, oh well. It was a great party.
It was a fun party.
It was a fun little cake. It was made out of like peanut butter and like dog treats or something.
Peanut butter and
Anyway,
Did not go
it's
wrong
not a
with
party
that.
until you break a rule. That's what we say.
There you go.
There.
But it was
Looks like
fun.
dinner time,
and this
y'all.
looks exactly. So if you guys remember it's not a hot plate. What is it called?
So what did your mom do?
So-
Because when we did this for your mom this weekend, you said, how do you want to make it? And she told you exactly the layers. And when she did it, I was kind of surprised.
Oh, well, first of all, it was Doritos.
Oh, we had to do that, right.
My mom's favorite chips, Doritos. And she did, what's the orangey one? It's all over your hand. What is
Like
that?
traditional
Classic,
Doritos.
okay,
Yeah,
the
classic
classic
Doritos.
Nacho cheese.
Nacho cheese.
So
Duh.
that's her favorite, and she happened to have some of those in her cupboard. Surprise, surprise. And so that's what she had. But she also, I remember over the years when the Cool Ranch Doritos came out, she definitely had those
You
too.
were the baby, so you ended up getting those at
Cool
your
Ranch.
tostada party.
Yeah. So, and she would always offer both
For
flavors.
tostada birthday party.
And so that was funny. And then we loaded it up. And what were you surprised about? Because otherwise she would chips on the bottom.
So what I would do normally is make a salad, put the chips on top, put the meat on top of the chips, and
Oh
put
no!
the cheese on
that's
top of the
backwards.
meat so it would melt. And no, she didn't. She was like, you start with chips on the bottom, broken. And it was just like, if you don't do that, you're an idiot. She didn't act like that, but that's how she did it.
It's
So
like,
she
yeah.
built everything on like a base of chips, and then she put the meat on the chips, and then all the veggies on top of that. So and then eventually, as you like turn your thing, everything, all the food, it turns into a big salad. It's very, very good.
Yeah, it's like opposite what you would think, and that's just the way I grew up. And she also used to, number one, way back then when we still lived in California, when my whole family was together, all 6 kids were in the house. We were not eating ground turkey, we were eating ground beef.
Oh my gosh, your salsa is so good.
Thank you. And so we were eating ground beef back then, and we would have to drain off the fat. I remember that.
Do you not do that with turkey?
Sometimes I do.
Sometimes
It's
if
just,
there's extra.
I buy turkey that's like super lean.
And then we
So
made
it's
it. She always made it in that. What is it like? Electric fry pan? Is
Yeah.
that what it is?
Oh, my mom has one of
The
those.
famous electric fry pan from the 70s.
They're like square. Mhm.
And she would just make it right on the countertop, right in that fry pan.
Ruthie has one. Ruthie made stuff.
And then you can keep it warm, which is so
Right.
nice because when you set up a bar, you can keep the meat warm because it's away from the range and on the bar area. You can, set up the bar with the warm meat, and everyone just feeds themselves, which also, when you have so many kids, is kind of necessary that everybody can just DIY their
So
thing.
mom can just take a breather.
Relax and eat her favorite meal. Definitely deserved it. So happy birthday to Chester. Happy birthday to Teddy. Happy birthday to my mom. Thank you for making this. Thank you for
You're welcome.
writing everything.
Let's dig in.
It's fun to have you here live in person. Super fun.
It's our trip.
And if you guys have any questions, let's see if we have any questions here before we go. My mom's commenting, I can see.
Oh no.
I think
She's yelling at us.
She's yelling at
Yes.
me for feeling bad. What she said.
thank you, like
Ah,
Yes.
Grandma, you figured out how to comment on Facebook Live. Yay.
Wait, what?
Listen.
Do we not notice?
Thank you, FLEGND.
yeah.
So, if you found value in today's broadcast, please take a minute to like, comment, and share it. Our goal is to help all kinds of families, all families get together, eat together, prep together, whether it's virtual or in person, get them eating healthier and focusing on financial health as well. You can never have one without the other. So it's so important to bring families together, and families look different across the board. So, families, we want to include everybody in that. So if you're watching this on YouTube, take a minute to subscribe. And do you guys have anything that you'd like to add before we
Nope.
go?
Apologies for all
Sorry.
the issues in the beginning. And if you had any questions from what we said in the beginning, just message us, and we'll make sure that we get you whatever
Wait,
answers you need.
we have a
Best
real
birthday
comment.
ever. That's
That's
a
a big one.
big one.
That is a big
Aw.
one. Grandma, that was so fun. That was
We love you,
super
Grandma
fun.
Marguerite.
Love you.
Yes, we love you. And Karen Kent is thanking us again. It looks delicious. And happy birthday, Grandma, Teddy, and Chester.
Ah,
Thank
awesome.
you, Karen.
See you next week. So fun.
Cheers.
All
make
right.
this cocktail. Make that guac.
Happy birthday, Grandma. Cheers.
See you guys. See you next time. Thank you.
Bye.